Yo, what's going on? It's the big homie Eddie Kane. I'm in here with Free Mind. Y'all might know
Yes,
him as
sir.
Free Mind Radio. He is evolved. Like, he started with a group. Now one of the biggest sought after producers in the DMV. What's going on, Pimp?
Man, coolin'. That's major. I'm just a person just like everybody else, man.
Nah, you making noise. So we gotta talk about the noise you've been making. You've been putting out a lot of great records under the production, doing the production for a lot of artists that are rocking mainstream, like my man producer P, to say a few that's been doing things, and I think our video might have been on Revolt TV.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, like, before we get into that, you started as in a rap group, and now you've evolved into a heck of a producer. Take the people on a journey. Tell them how did it all start.
All right. Well, it's not necessarily that I start off in a rap group. You're referring to Satellite Society.
Yeah, y'all Satellite Society,
Satellite
man.
Society.
I didn't know if y'all was still kicking
It's cool. No. It's all good because a lot of people don't know. Like, you're literally the first person I sat down and talked to about anything since.
Okay.
Who knows, man? Like, because I had to take a break and kind of like get myself together and get back out there and definitely refocus. But Satellite's still strong, man. It's actually the label. It's not necessarily a rap group, so that's why.
But y'all were a group.
Oh yeah,
y'all were a label. Y'all were a faction.
Oh, still are, most definitely. But also, I started producing. Actually, that's
With
what
them.
I started doing.
Oh, okay.
Actually, by myself. I was with a couple of people in Waldorf.
Okay.
Like, early days. I was in a car club, then I was in a Mopar car club. I had a Charger, totaled it, young stuff. So so moving on, I ended up getting linked up with my homie ASO Cartel.
Okay.
ASO introduced me to my homie Swag.
Okay.
Swag introduced me to everybody else, and we've been cool ever since, you know. But just nowadays, you know, everybody kind of doing what they need to do for themselves,
right,
and whatever any person's definition of that is. For me, it's music. I can't imagine a life without music. But production is my original love, so what I did is I went back to the basics and started pushing what I know I love for sure. Because I still rap. I just recorded like maybe about 2 months ago.
Wow.
But it was a feature from my man Chief. Shout out Chief, or a.k.a. Mr. You Dumb.
Okay.
But
I know you can spit. People may not know you can really spit.
Oh yeah, circles. So, but I'm focusing on one thing right now.
Okay.
As far as like music is concerned, because I've also tried to verse myself a little bit with music business,
right?
So I can kind of manage myself a little better and know what I need to look for and what I actually should be doing. You know.
Right.
But production is something that I'm mastering right now. You know, I rap, but production is what I'm mastering. Business, the art of it, the craft of it. Yep.
Let's go to the business side, because a lot of great producers like yourself don't understand the business side and what they should be doing in order to get their business in order.
Word.
Once you produce a beat, or after you produce, what is one of the first things you do with your music?
All right, well, I'm a sample artist as well as doing originals.
Okay.
I really hate the way that the sample game is getting treated right now, but it's whatever. But one of the first things I do is I organize my music.
Okay.
You know, I need to be able to know like what's what, when I made it, if I send it to people, you know, who's going to get it, who could get it, you know. So I get kind of mentally organized first.
Okay.
After that, I really just go out looking, hitting different studios. I don't email anything randomly. I don't use no shop. I don't use no YouTube. I be on foot.
Wow.
And if I'm online, I'm on Instagram.
Okay.
Actually talking to people, phone calls.
Okay.
I don't do no type of, oh, go online and check out my hair. Because from what I heard, just to not name drop, but if you're a producer that has their stuff out there too much, you lose what's called your exclusiveness.
Okay.
And an artist like Jay-Z would never want to mess with you because anybody can get to you.
Exactly.
So I keep myself exclusive as best as possible. But I do a lot of my legalities, like after I talk to people, get into things. I have my BMI.
Okay.
I have my sound exchange.
Okay.
And I do, well, I don't really use distribution too much, though. That's really what the artists do.
Right.
I'll be getting more into that when I actually do
Start.
stuff outside of DistroKid.
Okay.
Because they do the splits and all that.
Okay.
But I work personally with a lot of people, so it's really more so what I do with other people more so than myself.
How was it when you first heard that Producer P record on Revolt TV, to hear your music playing on Revolt TV?
I'll be honest, it was cool, but it's like, all right, we need more. We need more.
But that's a credit, though.
It is a credit, and it's great, you
Definitely.
know. But Producer P is a person that when he records, he stashes, you know. So I've been hearing this song over and over again
For a minute.
Yeah, I replay all my people's stuff. I love it. You know, I'm a producer that at times will know all the words to the songs people be doing. So I walk right in with someone performing with my song, start rocking. They think I'm a fan.
Exactly.
then I get shout out, and everybody be like.
The producers here.
Yeah,
a lot of artists, I tell them, you need to have a relationship with a producer, unlike how you were describing the online situation. Because when it comes down to fee split sheets, when it comes down to actually getting them to send what is called the session, a lot of artists tracked out session, they don't know what it is. They just get a halfway mastered or mixed, and that's what they think is the record.
Yep.
The rough draft.
Yeah, and it makes the voice sit on top of the beat rather than it being surrounded and even with the music. But and going back a little bit too, what's good about that relationship with the artists that you work with, they're the ones that showed me what I needed to be doing.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, as far as like legalities and, you know, where I should be going to get this done in LLC and things like that.
Definitely.
Like, they're the ones, especially like Producer P, because he's been doing stuff for so long that like he almost knows just, if not almost all, he damn near knows everything to do, you know, because he's a producer as well.
Right.
He hasn't really been producing lately, so actually I've been the one that's been doing the stuff.
Okay.
He's been focusing on his rapping.
Sound like a winner.
Yeah, people been focusing.
So when a person hears that record playing on Revolt and they know that you did it, what's the reaction?
Now, here's what's funny. I hadn't really got too much about people being like, oh, you did that beat? And I'm not even tripping. In my eyes, the producer's usually the last person to get credit out of everything when you talk about people who get to face it, whatever.
Definitely.
So I just keep everything in perspective, so I keep working. Because if not, I can imagine a person would be mad about that.
And you got other artists as well that have a little name for themselves that you're working with. You want to tell us about?
Sure. I'm a star of my man Nekedie Tv out there in Atlanta. What's good, homie? He's out there making major moves, and pretty much everybody I've worked with has been fate, literally. Like, it's starting to be more people I'm meeting through connections and stuff, but the original core people I really started working with in this revamping and reinventing of myself has all been fate. Because like Nekedie Tv is one of my best friend's brother-in-laws, and I met him a while ago at his bachelor party. Wow. And I emailed him 3 beats. He hit me up like 2 years later, sent me a recording of one, and it got picked up by somebody, I can't say it. But wow. But we're gonna be shooting a video for that. He been out there running around with Sunny Digital. He's in one of his videos, like front and center. Crazy. Yeah, very crazy. So that's one person. Another person would be my man JD the Jr., which
he be putting in work. Shorty was just here not too long ago.
Yeah, that man is like the embodiment of connecting the DMV.
Yeah, he works. He definitely works. He doesn't get a lot of credit, but he works.
Nah, but all that's about to change. If I got anything to say about all that about to change, it's about to be a big domino effect.
Because he has a great, he has a good flow, and I think he's a good artist and he's motivated. But again, if you're not in the in crowd, as you know, you don't get that substantial pat on the back.
But you know what? That's what he's working on right now. Right. He was around T.I. When he came out here for the Mochella. Because he's been helping out with Mochella, and they actually just performed at the last little Mochella event. Him, Fat Stacks, which is another person
Shout out
I've
Fat
been
Stacks
with.
back from the A, man. That's my guy, man.
Everybody know Fat Stacks, man. Everywhere I go is, oh, what's good, Fat Stacks? Like, bro, we're in the middle of nowhere. Why you know everybody? But real life has been cool because, like I said, everybody else has been showing me everything. Well, that's the whole reason why I've been getting anywhere is because the people I work with have been showing a lot of love. So,
well, before we go any further, we're going to get a people this Producer P. I want you to introduce the record.
All right, bet. What's good, everybody? It's Fremont Radio. Y'all go ahead and check this new video out by Producer P called Let 'Em Hate, and go ahead and just let 'em hate. Get this money, man.
Only on the EK Show, my man, Free Mind. We coming right back with some more. Let's get in tune.
Yeah.
So, of course, the video was dope.
Yeah. I said I got my credit up, I'm on some no money down shit.
Turn me up, face.
Yeah. Free. Okay, life is a game, bitches know that I'm a player.
Glizzy to your head, no more talking, say a prayer. back to business like I just enrolled in sprayer.
My friend's body pain is bullshit and they was sprayers.
You be in the way, I'm on that never to be found shit.
Was gang, now I'm on some Barney Brown shit.
That competition couldn't beat me with a sound. Got my credit up, I'm on some no money down shit. Uptown niggas, hoodie, that's my uptown fit. Had to come up with the same niggas I was down with. Never sold crack, but a nigga sold pack with. Uptown, I am legend, call me Will Smith. She say I'm in too deep, Cool J. Now she tryna kick, push word to Lupe. These boys capping every day like sway. Chain 2K, I don't play 2K.
Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate. Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate. Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate. Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate.
She is beautiful and that is not a foot debate. Got eating good, laid up, gain weight. Fuck me real good, I think I'm about a raw day. Heard them niggas hating on me, fucking loud. Whole lot on my plate, but I'm eating life's great. Yeah, I like my weed nugs, nigga, you can keep it shake. What went in that 2060, coming home at 48. Tryna pull up in that chopper when they open up the gate. Told them when it touch down, boy, you gonna be straight.
Pull up in that fucking coupe, John Welch's grape.
With that chick from out the country, I might text from out of state. Man, you know we living life, man, everything is fucking great. They wanna be on the motherfucking beat. Man, I been in the city since niggas was beating their feet. Now I pull up to the club with a motherfucking geek. She don't speak, she just wanna go out and eat. When we meet, she say,
Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate. Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate. Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate. Other niggas hate, so what? Let them hate.
she is beautiful and that is not a for debate. Yeah, got me eating good, laid up, gaining weight. Yeah, fuck me real good, I'm thinking I'm about a raw day. Look, heard them niggas hating on me, fucking let them.
Yeah, uptown shit. Yeah.
Right back with some more. Let's get in tune.
Yeah.
So, of course, the video was dope, but the beat is hard. Tell me about what went into putting that record together.
All right. So, one, I probably made that beat in like 2015.
See,
like,
what's old to us is what's older you is new to us.
Yep. So, just chilling with P. He one of them type of people where you got to link with him and sit with him. Like, you can email him stuff. He going to go through his email, but he's one of them organic artists.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you go in the booth, everything played right there, boom, he going to go in, or you send him a package and meet him at the studio type thing.
Right.
But it was just one of the beats he just heard. He was like, yo, this joint go hard. And I'm like, oh. Okay, because like one, I do really love the beat. Don't get that wrong.
Definitely
but
hard.
I just try not to put too much of a personal feeling into a lot of stuff. Once you get too excited about something,
too attached,
yeah, you kind of plateau and you forget that. Keep pushing, you know, keep working.
Right.
But I heard the joint. I was like, oh, all right, because this is one of my favorite joints. But after being around a little bit and people downplaying you a little bit, no matter how hard you try not to, you still get a little bit of that. You know, it's cool, you know. But when another person pop up on you and they be like, oh, this joint great, yeah, this joint cool. We gonna do this, and you just like, oh.
Who inspires you?
Oh man, all right. First and foremost, Jesus. Most definitely, because just off of personal stories of learning how to grow and be a better person, Jesus is like the best person to watch.
No question.
Number two, I would definitely say Knife Wonder, which a lot of people go like, what? But yeah,
because he's an older producer and people don't even really have his a relevance for him. If you're doing trap, Knife Wonder doesn't come to mind. He comes to mind more or less for as some more of a conscious
like
rapper,
Rhapsody, or
those type
brother.
of exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
But nah, real live, like I started off doing hip hop, like all hip hop. I started off on an MPC 1000 drum machine,
right,
and I had this thing about how, man, I do want to make originals, but it's kind of hard on a drum machine. You need like an actual computer and real instruments or something like that.
Right.
So I fought it for a while. My man ASO showed me FL Studio. I didn't get it the first time, so I moved on. Eventually, I got it. But back in them days, though, my inspiration was solely like Knife Wonder and A-Rap music, to be honest. You know, I just really like the way they make their beats. Still, to this day, them joints crank. I love hip-hop. You can hear me do all the trap I want, but I love hip-hop, and I still make it. Just got to listen around to who I've been working with. I got different artists I work with, you know. But outside of that, Southside, TM88, the 808 Mafia, I really rock with real heavy. Even like Ocean View, which is a little bit of a mentor to me. He's a sound designer, possibly the biggest sound designer in the game. You hear a lot of his sounds being used in a lot of the popular things that have been made right now. Some of the sounds were used on 2 of the songs on the Quality Control Volume 2 as well.
Okay.
But I get a lot of my sounds from him. He sell them, of course, but
Tell the people about some of the music and what goes into it. Like, talk about the Quality Control project.
All right. Well, I mean, I didn't know too much about that project as far as him having involvement, because when you sell sounds, you pretty much sell them and people pick them up and use them. But depending on your licensing with when you sell these sounds, you still get a cut.
Definitely.
You know, it's still the creator's creation.
Definitely.
At the end of the day. But he was just as surprised as when I looked on Ocean View's IG story and was like, bro, you did what?
Wow.
So yeah, he just be making moves. He out in Houston. Like I said, shout out Ocean View, real H-Town dude, like really H-Town. You know, I'm talking about all that. Calm down, all that.
Got the slang, talking about the slab and everything.
Yeah, man. But he's a good dude. He's also a huge man of God, but in his own way. Because I know a lot of men of God right now, and they all got their own individual relationship with God that makes them, you know, unique in their own way as far as they reverend and show reverence.
How much does religion play a part in your business and life?
Oh, a whole lot, because you learn everything from it, you know.
Right.
And the Bible literally has instructions on how to make money in it, and they're kind of like the best instructions you can get. No matter how hard you try to go around them, you always end up having some sort of hiccup or screw up. It even says don't take shortcuts. It tells you to work hard.
Right.
It tells you to, you know, keep everything in perspective.
Right.
To love the work but not to love the money, you know, like, because when people start loving money, evil things start happening, and it's real important, I feel, in this industry to keep that pureness, keep that holiness, and just keep the positivity, because if not, you get lost like real quick. Even in the bottom stages, you get lost. People be trying to mimic something that they aren't even at the end of the day, and the next thing you know, they in a casket or they locked up or somewhere they weren't supposed to be.
How do you protect yourself or protect you? Because we live in a time where people just don't do business right.
True. Them personal relationships and trusting your instinct and you got to keep morals, business morals.
Okay.
You know, things that you won't break for nothing. You know, if someone says something to you, no matter how good that deal looks, you know that little piece or how they trying to go about it just ain't how you rock.
Right.
And it may not necessarily be a terrible thing. It's just when you know you know what you don't want to do.
Right.
You know what you won't do. You know what you will do. And you know your middle ground. So you always keep that, because a person that really like what you're doing, you know, and they want to see you succeed,
definitely,
and they're not trying to screw you over, they will listen to you and they will abide by your business morals. If not, move on. They're going to screw you over later. You know? They're going to take your money. They're going to get your girl. They're going to do everything. Choo-choo. Like, they're going to do all that. But I'm telling you, people grimy, man.
Hey, this business is rough. Hey, before we go into, I want you to introduce the next video. This is my man. This is your record that you got with Jay.
Oh, Jay Biz out in Richmond, Virginia. My man
Shout out
is Richmond, Virginia right now. He been on the news. He got a brand new wave. He's a barber, but he's I guess not the celebrity barber in the sense.
Got the dreads. Yeah, I remember Jay Biz came through. He came through the Eddie Kane show.
Possibly, he be everywhere.
Yeah, on WLVS when I was up there.
Added Decimal is how I know Jay Biz. That's his folks. They be making tons of moves. But yeah,
I saw you salute to him. I know he was doing something with fashion, but then he just got a salon or something, right?
Bruh, yeah, it's a unisex barber shop. But
Crazy.
I think they do hair too. You know, like locks and cut. But he be on sets of like little movies and shows and stuff, cutting hair too. So he's a businessman, like a great businessman. But anyway, shout out to Jay Biz. And this features Added Decimal and my homie Tarju. They shot this in Birmingham, UK.
Wow.
Tarju's from UK.
In the UK?
Yeah, they got another UK tour coming up they're doing too, but they've done one already.
Wow.
And they've actually, the UK people they mess with come here too. And I believe they're coming here for A3C as well, which is in the beginning
of Atlanta.
October.
Yeah, no question. I normally do concerts down there, but yo, I might have to check y'all out. You know the venue yet?
the way it's been going lately, like it's been good venues people get, because Producer P was even down there last year at Stankonia Studios for A3C performing all Fremont Radio stuff. So
wow.
Yep.
Let's get into that J Biz video. We're gonna come back and talk some more.
Yeah.
Only on the EK show, my man Fremont. You hear what he talking about?
Yes, sir.
He giving you the game, dropping jewels and some more. Better listen up. Only on the EK show, baby.
Yeah, man.
Hey, the link up is real, man. Birmingham to Richmond, man. It's all the same. International shit.
Internationally thinking and fuck up in Franklin. Now we own pounds, daps, caps, gowns, UK bound, run rounds, laps, closing gaps, round the map like a zap. It's a rap, no cap. From the gritty like tap water, now it's alkaline. Don't call my line, less is money on your mind. Crazy like the shrine, built up forwards, one pound at a time. You show me signs, they play blind. I walk forward every time, the world is mine. I can see the future, and it's like Kama Sutra. 12 inch below the pelvic, there's a ruler. Talk slick was off with, now I get offers. Dripping sauces like waiters when they be walking. Deliver that shit to make you quiver. They wanna ride the wave like a rowboat down the river. Gold or silver, it don't matter, I'm the shit gon' splatter. Silence that jet and chatter, popping off like firecrackers, it's biz.
Pack them bags just to get away. Brand new suit came from Italy. Day one shot to pull a Kennedy. Blue rags on just still away. Still away. 10-10 entertainment been away. Bro man only drink Hennessy. Top man only got enemies. Pack them bags just to get away. Brand new suit came from Italy. Day one shot to pull a Kennedy. Blue rags on just still away. Still away. 10-10 entertainment been away. Bro man only drink Hennessy. Top man only got enemies.
Pack them bags just to get away. Pack them bags just to get paid. Link up with J-Biz in the UK. Wagwan, my brother, my dog. Man said, yo, charge you. How I say your last name? I said, okay. Say the like L-E. Then pray for no man. Now man are in sync. Give me the beat like it's an intruder. Pure bite from that instinct. Been shelling ways from way back. Now they see man and they wanna get the playbacks. Man from A putting brum man on A-tack. Most man tryna get the money from A-lab. We grinding on the route for that money like that A-rap. Revving up they say nay like horses. Betting red can't stop me, I'm on course kid. Setting up my G's flip like Mario Tortoise. Drip so much like waterboard torture. Fire when I scorch it, it's fire when I scorch ya.
Pack them bags just to get away. Brand new suit came from Italy. Day one shot to pull a Kennedy. Do rags on just still away. Still away. 10-10 entertainment been away. Bro man only drink Hennessy. Top man only got enemies. Pack them bags just to get away. Brand new suit came from Italy. Day one shot to pull a Kennedy. Do rags on just still away. Still away. 10-10 entertainment been away. Bro man only drink Hennessy. Top man only got enemies.
Free world. Get that though.
I know, and you know what's sad?
And
it
they
comes
think they
from
can
my
recreate
era.
the song.
It comes from
recreate
my
the song.
era.
I'm gonna recreate the. But even if it sounds remotely, we need to take all of these instances like the Juice World, the most
G's, yeah.
what Sting did to him, what Katy Perry just
went
bit the bullet. Like these
And
artists,
that one surprised me too, because listening to both songs, the Christian artist dude, I can't remember his name, but then Katy Perry was a Dark Horse, right? John, Dark Horse actually sounds more like Art of Noise. The dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
So they could have actually sued. So how did he actually? I didn't follow the story, but I know the premise of what happened.
The melody and the cadence
Will get you every time.
Yes, and that shocked me. Like all this legal stuff stays shocking me, because it's like you don't know, and then something happens now you do know, and it's like, oh, what all have I done already?
Name some of the other artists that you would like to work with.
Let's see. All right. So definitely, as of lately, Shy Glizzy. That Aloha project is cool.
Okay, I'm gonna say, what made you want to work with Shy?
All right, so between that and literally it's a recent thing, but between that and his last project he came out with, he been rocking. And I'm not really big on the singy rappy stuff,
Right.
But there are certain artists that do the singy rappy thing well,
Right.
and I think he's one of them. Now that he's growing more so into his artistry, he still be here. Like I seen the video of him ignoring that chick.
I saw that
U
today.
Street.
I'm like, damn, yo, you can't be doing that,
Yeah,
yo.
she was like, "Oh, for real? That's what it is."
What do you think about that type of stuff when it comes to an artist?
I think you should say hi, but people should leave these people alone, man.
Do you think that when you sign up to be a star, you have to at some point leave the hood behind and be a star and still respect your fans?
I don't say you got to be a star, but you got to leave the hood. You got to. And I'm not a dude that came from the hood. And I know people that be in the hood, people that came from the hood, and I don't use it as an excuse, but anybody can see the type of stuff that go on. You can't have a lot of money, a lot of notoriety, and still be in the hood because people will set you up.
Exactly.
Look at Swipey,
Yeah,
and I don't even think he got
it was
set
a
up.
rapper that just got murdered last night. I can't think of his name, but somebody just told me a rapper got murdered last. But there's been a lot of young artists that have been being murdered lately.
Yeah.
And that's because
Everywhere.
you're trying to stay in the hood and be cool.
And it's either staying in the hood or having too much of a hood mentality.
They can't have it was one or the other.
Yeah, because you got to like smarten up. Like I know some people don't like looking at it, but look at Jay-Z, to be honest. Like,
What do you feel about Jay-Z in the NFL situation?
I feel like eventually he got to connect it back to Cap if that's what Cap wants. But outside of that, I think it's a wonderful thing. I don't think this is a bad thing at all.
I think he has to, like you said, has to bring Kaepernick in some kind of aspect for it to be real and not people look at it to be fake. Yes, it could be a great asset to us building a bridge, but we got to still remember the Cap played a significant part, and
Very
that's why we
significant.
started with the kneeling in the first place.
Yep. So whether like if he ends up owning the team anytime soon, whether he brings him onto the team as a player or a coach, or like for instance, they're launching his clothing apparel with this little concert that's got Meek Mill and a couple other people. Like I think they're giving to 2 or 3 charities in Chicago with some of the funds for that. One of them should have really been something that Cap is involved with.
Why you think he being shunned? Like it's like people not really shunning him, but forgetting he was the message and moving past him. Is it about personal gain?
I don't know, because I wouldn't really say people are shunning him per se. I'd say it's that, Jay-Z's an opportunist. I will say that at the end of the day. But you can be an opportunist and not take advantage of people. And I think he's just seeing, like you said, we're past kneeling. I don't really agree with that either.
Right.
But I think we do need to do something more than just kneeling.
Right.
And this might be a little bit of a key, especially since, like, all right, if you really want to take something down, become a part of it and then screw it up.
Yeah. Become a virus inside of it.
Yeah, but at the least you can bargain when you got a hold of something.
Exactly.
So just like how I feel about politics, we can't just protest. We need people to run for office. So like, shout out Trayon White.
Yes.
Because
they give him hell though, bro.
Bruh, I
like
know.
our own people give
I know.
Trayon so much hell.
I know, but he be rocking, and
Obama too. He was another one who caught hell because we couldn't get things done because Obama doesn't write executive orders like our
Right.
current president.
Like the orange guy.
Yeah, like the orange guy. But how do you feel about the orange guy?
Man, hurry up next election. Because real life, like, my personal opinion is that he's funneling money for the companies he gave up. Because all
That
the people
China situation is going to come out that he's got something. Because you
Now-
know that the biggest bank of China is in that Trump Plaza down on 5th Street. In New York, 5th Avenue. So I just know that they've renegotiated their contract. So you might see him lay off on those tariffs. Just trust me, it's always an angle to what
yeah.
Trump is doing.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'll say this, too, though. For America and business, he's awesome for it.
But what do you think about the tariffs? He's killing the farmers. He's killing the economics. It's not economy is not as strong as what they're saying it is.
Yeah.
And we're looking at another recession.
Well, I'll say this. If you own a business that thrives on business in state, or you can find business to do with people, not in state, but in America, and your competition hasn't, you're coming up.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, I do think it's still unfortunate, but it goes to show you how many people outsource.
Okay.
And even though I don't think he's doing it for the right reasons, the on paper reason he did it is showing on paper what it's supposed to on paper, that we need to do more business in America. It don't mean that we shouldn't do business out the country either, though. We need to keep our international relations like on high, because real life unity is the only thing that'll bring this whole world together.
No question.
But the more that people split it up, it's just going to make everything janky. But definitely, yeah, if you own a business and you've been doing business in America, this is good for you. But I can imagine this is still hurting some people.
Definitely.
And I never like to see people hurt neither, but I know he don't care.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing, is that he don't care, because if he did, he would find a better way to do all this.
Yeah, I think the blatant racism and all that is crazy.
And with the recession, look up Forex. Thank me later. It's the other money market outside of the stock exchange.
What do you think about the Bitcoin and the Litecoin?
Bitcoin is awesome. I think it's cool that someone had the balls to come up with their own economy, like their own dollar, and someone was like, yo.
Soon we won't be using a dollar. Like Apple has this new card with like the Apple Pay and all these new cards that I think soon we won't even be using currency. It'll
They trying to get rid of the penny.
That's crazy. For real?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. At one point, they was trying to get rid of the penny because they figured it was pointless. Which I'm like, what if it's $9.54? What am I supposed to do? Give you $9.55? You ain't gonna give me my change back. I want my penny, huh?
You terrible. But that's, hey, I ain't mad at you. Hey, man, we get ready to get into your next video. This one is by my man Fast Stacks. He came back from the ATL. What was this record? Tell me, how did you and Stacks get together and y'all put this record together?
All right. Shout out JD. Like I said, this fool be uniting the whole DMV.
Salute.
Yup. So
JD the Junior.
Yes, sir. So Stacks is one of JD's folks. Real good folks.
He was over here when they were actually recorded on another show.
Not even surprised. So just by nature, we be chilling, chiefing and shit, sitting in the car. Hey, play some beats. All right, cool. Stacks in the back. He like, nah, fool. How you make this? He's like, I don't think this is you making these beats. Like,
He didn't believe.
Kind of, sort of, but Stacks is Stacks. The way he talked, that should be funny. But yo, yeah, he was like, "Gun, I think I might need to like see you make a beat in person or something." But we was just going through stuff, and he was like, "Yo, fool, if don't nobody else appreciate your music, like I appreciate your music." So we just started talking more and sending him beats, and been over his crib a few times, played some stuff, and he just picked out what he wanted, and he been recording stuff here and there, and we got a project coming out called Free Stacks. Hey. He'll actually be the first person I've done an all me production tape with.
Wow.
So look out for that. Free Stacks.
Let's get into that too. Hey, I can't wait. Let me know when is that coming?
You gotta wait on that, but it's soon. We're almost done. And he's just not one of them artists that like labeling dates if he don't have all his solid shit. I
understand that. Hey, let's get into the video.
Yeah, man.
Introduce it one more time.
Scale squeaking by my man Fast Stacks. You gonna hear it?
Only on the EK show, my man Free Mind. You better know who's doing the production on these beats, boy.
Better.
Satellite.
I've been cooking all weekend. Got my scales squeaking. Scales squeaking. Scales squeaking. I've been cooking all weekend. Got my scales squeaking. Scales squeaking. Scales squeaking. My heart cold, my block jump like narcos. I need all the narrows, off-white, cross arrows. She popping that ass for some papados. I send them off just like Vominos. I got them all in the house, yeah. Nigga, I got eyeball an ounce right now. Nah. Ball, stunt. Nigga, I'm smoking on runs. Pull up in the Tesla truck. Touchdown, them doors go up. She geeking, she trying to spend the weekend. Told her pull up at the trap, bring that ass back, and she heard my scale squeaking. I've been cooking all weekend. Got my scale squeaking. Scale squeaking. Scale squeaking.
another one. You just keep lining them up, man.
Trying. It's like bowling.
What do you want the people to know or take away from you?
Producers are important. Producers are very important. The culture for producers right now is really shiesty. You know, you got a lot of artists that don't want to pay us. Got a lot of artists that want to pay us and then not give us credit.
Right.
And at the end of the day, your whole album would be an acapella without a producer unless you become a producer, and then you'll really realize what the fuck we talking about.
Yeah, but see, because a lot of people they discount everything about the business, but they think the rap is the one that carries it. It does, because it's the foundation of the music. But you also gotta have a producer to put the project together, to put the pieces of the project together.
Yep, definitely need a really bomb engineer too. But producer's really key, because you know, you build a great a relationship with a producer. That'll take you at least a good 10 years in a career if you can do that right. You know,
do it the right way. That is.
Yeah, because in my eyes, it usually takes about a good solid 10 years for any artist to permanently get their foot in the door. Yeah, you know.
And no, these new artists. What do you think about these new young artists that are just getting overnight stardom?
They can lose it just as quick. So
Definitely.
10 years. 10 years
to be cemented.
Yep, but just know, producers are important so much that they've been talks about a producers union, you know, and if that happens, it's going to be a whole different ball game, because like just from Ocean View, learning little things about what people charge in the industry for beats and what people get paid from labels for beats. Right, it's way more than anything else y'all be trying to bargain with all these producers out here. Exactly, like you're looking at like stacks. Seriously, right? Like labels will give you stacks for one beat, you know, and when you come to notice that, you realize how important you are. So just know
your worth, know your value,
and definitely know your value, because if you out here selling beats for $20, ain't nobody gonna take you serious.
Exactly.
You know, so definitely that's all I want people to know. Yeah, producers important, work hard.
That's crazy. Hey, you got a lot of projects getting ready to drop. Where can if it's an artist that's watching right now, where can they find you at?
Everywhere, social media wise, at Free Mind Radio. That's FREEMINERADIO. All one word, none of that stupid stuff, like none.
Yeah, because artists be having the dumbest names on social media. Like, who can follow those dumb names when you got 10 to 15 characters?
Yep. So it's like, you look on projects, single covers, album covers, or whatever, and my name's on it. Okay. You can find me anywhere at that same exact name.
Wow. That's epic, bro. Yeah. I'm very proud of you, to say the least, to watch your come up.
Appreciate you.
What would you say to an independent artist right now that is coming into the game, and they need to know what some of the first things they need to do because they all are YouTube fanatics when they first start?
Man, keep your faith. First of all, build your faith, because you're going to want to quit a couple times, maybe even like 5, 10, 20, 50 times, you know, but keep your faith and build it, because that's your concrete foundation, because you're going to need to learn, you're going to need to study, you're going to need to travel, you're going to need to go out of state, you're going to need to stay up a couple days, you're going to need to do a lot that I couldn't even really begin to tell you the first thing outside of build your concrete foundation of your faith, know who you're supposed to be around without it being by name. Wow. You know, because you're going to have people you grow up with that you really think are going to be there for you like you need it, and they won't be.
They expect their friends to support them, and it's just not going to happen.
Nah, and it's God's way of showing you where your target audience really is. It's not your friends, you know, but starting off, actually that's what I'll say. You know, starting off, your faith, and know not to depend on your friends, but to learn and depend on yourself.
That's crazy.
If you do that, you'll fall into like the other stuff you need to know, and if you don't know it, and you remember he's talking about the business morals, you'll come across some people and with the relationships that will show you, because, you know, real respect, real. If they see you working like they work, they know what you've been through then. Right. So they're going to show you, you know, because if they want you to come up with them, y'all got to be even.
Definitely.
So they're gonna show you. They're gonna maybe not everything,
but they'll give you a little something.
Yeah, and see what else you pick up on, and whatever else you pick up on, they may kick you this way or kick you that way, and then you learn a little bit more. But yeah, it's all about the relationships, meeting people, man, networking.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I wouldn't be here and be in a lot of situations I've been in if it weren't for you. And God rest his soul, Bishop Twan, man.
No question, my
put
brother,
me
man.
on. Y'all put me on DC Soundstage, man, out Benning Road.
Dang, that was a long time ago. That's 6 years
bruh.
ago when we were doing the soundstage. Big up to the soundstage. We gave a lot of
man.
platforms for artists in this area.
The whole famous No Rapping and Rolling came
No
from
rapping
there,
and rolling came from exactly. Hey yo, but also you are a podcaster and you have a crazy show. Before we get into it, we're gonna play y'all a little bit of. Introduce this podcast, man.
All right, so shout out to my man K Trill. If y'all don't know, he's 1/4 of the original Hippie Life crew. Shout out that man. He came up with the Do It for the Vine. So every time you hear Do It for it, he get paid for it. Seriously, hold the trademark for it.
For Do It for the Vine?
For anytime somebody say Do It for the anything.
Oh, word? Wow.
Yep. So that's my homie. He's the original host. He came up with it's called Trill Time, the podcast. We've been on for a year. I didn't even notice it, but we've been on for a year already.
Wow.
We're on today's Saturday. So yeah, Monday, well, y'all are here. Tuesday will be episode 92. So our 100th episode is coming up soon as well. But we talk about pretty much like, let's say if we were sitting here hitting the J and we just chopping it up.
Yeah, I wanted to know. Talk about what the content of the podcast. What can people tune in to get?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's say like you and me were sitting here like hitting the J, right? And just chopping up about things that's been going on. Like we was talking about Trump a little bit. We was talking about hip hop a little bit.
Right.
But we stay up with the current events. So it'd be like if something recent happened with Nicki Minaj, or if I don't know, Lil Pump did something dumb real quick, or somebody bought some jewelry, or new album come out that was really bomb and a lot of people were talking about. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about sports. Anything that happens in sports is kind of of significance, and more so to the general population more so, but also to us. Like if it means something to us, we're going to talk about it too. We might talk about a little bit of funny news that might have been out there, or we might talk about a little bit of tragic things sometimes and kind of just band around the positivity in it and try to, give people an uplifting spirit for things that gone on. Like, T Grizzly,
his aunt was murdered.
Yeah, and I really hated that, bro, because when a dude that come from a certain place do so well, the last thing you want to do is do something that will draw their mind back to where they came from, bro. And it's like to see somebody do something that great with their family is something that like I really hope for, So to see that and see somebody just take that away from them, like that hit me hard for like almost no reason. But I read it, I was like, bruh, what was that person thinking? Which you never know what goes on in people's lives, but that's how the podcast goes. Just like I'm sitting here talking right now, we just talk about current events. We funny and there's no filter. We purposely have no filter. We don't try to be mean or nothing, but it's the Chappelle effect. Everybody catch it.
That daggone. What do you think about this new Chappelle? I think people got their draws in a bunch and make it more of it. Dave Chappelle's always been.
So our last podcast, we talked about how we think he's possibly the greatest comedian ever of our generation.
Definitely.
Because we weren't around for like Richard Pryor or Red Fox or nothing like that. But Dave Chappelle has been there since we were younger.
Bro, he got this new joint where he's in Congress and he's going, 5.
And you just posted that up too.
Oh, bro, that was too funny for me. Like,
that's from the Chappelle show. That's the Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's the old joint then.
Yeah.
See, I thought it was new. See,
nah, yeah,
that's too funny.
Yeah, or
because it's current to what we going through when they go on. They don't even respect them. But yo, you got so much going on.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I do. That's my whole plan, man, because you got to have a plan.
You got to.
The more places you are, the better it is for you.
Definitely. What days again for the podcast?
You can catch us all podcast platforms Tuesday and Fridays. Unless you want to watch us live, I be on my IG Live, which you can find, like I said, Free Mind Radio.
Okay.
I'm on there Mondays and Thursdays, which is when we record, and you can catch us on there usually either in the morning or at night.
Okay.
We're both still busy people, so we still kind of sort of get caught up between working out sometimes every couple of months because we get different opportunities. We're not special people, so we got jobs too.
Exactly.
And jobs change up. If somebody get another job, I own stuff, so my schedule get real weird.
Right.
So we work it out, but it's definitely Tuesdays and Fridays for the platforms, Mondays and Thursdays if you want to watch us live.
Hey, Hold on, you got to watch a little bit of right here. Only on the EK show, man. The 16-time award winner Eddie Kane show.
Yeah,
I'm here
man.
with my man Free Mind, man. Let's get into it.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy K Trill.
And this your homie Radio of the Free Mind.
Yeah, it is, and it is free. I'm about to say free time, the podcast.
Word. I got a promotion.
What was goody though?
Man, cooler, man. Just, you already know we sitting here chopping up kind of about where we've been at and, you know, how far we've come. And
Yeah.
now I'm just kind of thinking about that because it is pretty dope. Like, if don't nobody know what y'all should if y'all keep up. We've been on for like a year.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
bro.
And not too many people can say that. I'm pretty proud of that, you know. I can go to anybody if I want to advertise this podcast. You know, they've got lots to go back and listen to.
Yeah.
That might scare them.
Yeah. Wow. Like we have what, at least maybe 80 hours of content. Yeah, because a lot of them Jones
each
like
episode's about an hour. I can think of a few that were like 45 minutes, but then there are a couple we did that were like an hour.
way longer, yeah.
So yeah, no, most certainly we got about 80 hours at least of content.
Least. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
It is.
And just backtrack on what you were saying too before we got on, just how time just goes. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I always envisioned for the show is just to build up our fan base naturally. I don't want us to necessarily go viral doing something fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I got kicked in the dick.
Right. Because I feel like those people don't be your true fans.
Nah,
those
they
people
just look for you to be dumb and be their entertainment.
Exactly.
You know?
Like, that's what I found out when I was doing just Trill Time. I was just doing it by myself and stuff. It's like, yeah, this is cool. You know, I have my little fans and stuff. You know, a little few people here and there like, oh, you know, it's really funny. And, you know, it was growing, you know, naturally and shit like that. But I felt like, you know, had I been doing dumb shit or whatever, you know, people, they want to have gravitated the way that, you know, we do now when we're speaking just real shit, you know what I'm saying? Just things that people could really get in touch with and just really be like, yeah, I feel you on that shit, you know what I'm saying? And just have it just be organic, you know what I'm saying? Just real niggas talking real shit, you know, fuck the politically correct shit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know for a fact the bigger that we get, the more we're gonna have to watch our tongue, which sucks. But I mean, it's the price that you gotta pay.
You think?
Hey, yo, podcast dope, production dope, everything dope. He dope.
You dope.
Hey, I try to be. Hey,
You have to
this
be.
is the EK show, man. I'm here with my man Free Mind. It has been a great interview with him. To say the least, to pick his brain just to find out everything we found out today and to get a chance to look at some of the different production. Again, for
Appreciate
an
you.
artist that wants to sit down with you and create, how can they find you?
Once again, you can hit up my IG, Free Mind Radio, and just DM me, to be honest. What I'm literally going to do is I'm going to go through your profile. Like I said, I'm not a big major person either.
On the way.
But you have to treat yourself like you're a major business. How do
Can't
I
just
put
work
this?
with anything.
Yep. When you go for a job interview, that's screening. That is the same thing that anyone else should be doing, is screening who they work with. So I do it all the time. I'm not going to deny you, though. I'm just letting you know
That you
I'm
wanna
gonna
see
look.
what it is, though.
Yeah, I'm going to see what you've been making, you know, what you're up to, and I'm going to talk to you, you know. If there's things you don't know and I feel like I get a good vibe from you, I might put you onto a little bit more, you know, whatever I know, some websites, some other people, you know, it all comes from what other people tell me too. 'Cause
Right.
I'm just about as an open book as anyone is for me,
Right,
you know.
right.
But if I don't know you, just chop it up, just want to buy a beat, then I'm just going to sell a beat to you, you know, and I'll send you a beat package and it be that. But definitely that's how they can reach me, and I'm just giving them a little gems. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through, look, and we're going to make it a good relationship, you know, we're going to make it good business, because I don't like doing business business with anybody just off the random. I like building with everybody I talk to.
Hey, and that's big. You heard it first right here on the EK Show. One of the first interviews my man Freemind has done since he's become one of these major figures. And don't let him bullshit you. He's coming up in the game. He has placements on Revolt TV and other in BT. So don't get it twisted. When you start getting placements there, you're on the rise. It's your big homie Eddie K.
You would know. You would know.
It's the big homie EK. I'm in here with my man Freemind. Don't let him bullshit you. He's on the rise. When you start getting placements, producers on Revolt and BT, when you moving on up? Hey, only on the EK Show, man. I've had a ball with you, man.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming. Hey, yo, we're gonna have to plan something where you do some kind of production battle on the show or something. I'll let you take over the show for a day. We're gonna have to plan something out, man. Put something together.
Let me know, because on top of everything, it's cool to see how much you've grown too, because like we've been around for like a minute and we've seen the area literally grow, and you've become the #1 independent radio station, like, and you've been there for a minute,
man,
too.
almost a decade at this, man. Been trying to put artists on, and like now it's not as hard as it used to be for artists to get on, like it was when you first came and be 30 artists in the showcase. Now the internet has really taken these guys to another level, and I can't be happy enough, man. And just to see guys like yourself elevate and switch your game up, I can't salute you more, man.
Man, I salute you, because shoot, I remember seeing you with Pastor Troy and Drummer Boy and stuff.
All that, man. Yeah, we put some work in, bro. We put some definite work in.
I see.
Hey, once again, it ain't about me, it's about him. Follow Free Mind Radio only on the EK Show, man. I'm saluting y'all. Thank you for tuning in every Saturday, 3 p.m. So make sure you follow my guy only on the EK Show.